Okay, so for this next part of the oil change, I'm actually going to go underneath the car, and I'm going to remove the bolt or the plug from the oil pan, and that's going to drain the oil out into this. This is something I got at Walmart. The oil drains into this, it goes into an internal reservoir, and it allows me to neatly and without spilling it everywhere transport it to wherever it is we're disposing of it. So first you'll notice that in order to do this, you have to get under the car. So I have just parked my car up on the curb. Both the front and back wheels on the right side of the car are on the curb, and the left wheels are on the street, so there's enough room for me to get underneath there. You don't need to jack the car up. You don't need a hydraulic lift or anything. You can just do this. It works just as well. So now I'm going to go into the car and take out the plug. You're going to need a number 15 metric wrench in order to do this. Okay. Okay. Now, this might be a bit hard to find, but this right here is the bolt that you have to unscrew. Do you get that in the frame? Can you see it clearly?
Yeah.
Okay. You might have to reach around a little bit with your hand if you can't see it, and just feel it right there. Okay? So, just carefully unscrew it. Okay, so I've already got it kind of unscrewed, and I'm going to take it out with my hand. Going to move that into position. Right, it will be very hot, so be careful. Okay, it's almost out. See, it's starting to drip a little bit now. There we go. See that? That's the flow of oil coming out. And it only took me like 30 seconds or so. Let me just get out of here now. So now that it's draining out, in theory you could just wait for 10 minutes or 15 minutes, and like 99% of it will drain out of there. I like to do a really thorough job, so what I usually do is I let it drain all night. So I'll let it go for like 8 to 10 hours, just to make sure that absolutely every last little drop of gunk gets out of the engine. Okay? Okay, so it's been 24 hours. I'm going to go finish up doing the oil change now. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go underneath the car, and I'm going to put the bulb back into the oil plug back into the oil pan. So let's go under the car. Now you'll see that this thing is still here. I'm going to move it out of the way for now. First of all, the oil plug is here. Okay, see that? Take that. You screw it back in to the pan, just using your hand. Okay, so now I can't really turn it anymore with my hand, so I'm going to switch over to the wrench here. And you don't want to over tighten this, it's really important. There's no need to over tighten it, and it'll just make it harder for you later on when you do your next oil change. So let's see. Okay, there we go. I could turn it even harder, but there'd be no point. That's good enough. Alright? Okay, so now we're going to finish the job by putting in the new oil, and also by putting in the new oil filter. First, let's put in the filter. You can get this from anywhere. I got this from Walmart. Just take it, put it into the filter cap. They should fit together like this. Snaps into place. Okay. You come in here, you'll see That's where it came out of. So first just put it in with your hand and just make sure the threading engages. Screw it in with your hand first. And I'm going to do the same thing I did with the oil pan plug. I'm not going to screw it in too tightly. Okay, alright, can't really turn it with my hand anymore, so I'm just going to go back to the ratchet now. Okay, I'm going to put that over it. And I'm just going to turn it till it feels a reasonable amount of resistance, okay? Okay, there we go, it's snug. So our filter is now in place. And now I'm going to put in the oil. 1 second. Okay. Just for good measure, I'm going to put this thing back over the engine. Okay. Fits in just like that. Put a filter there, a funnel. Helps a lot. You don't necessarily need the funnel, but if you don't use it, you will make a giant mess. Alright, and that's pretty simple. We just pour our 5 quarts of oil in. Notice it has sort of a golden color. It's the same color as ginger ale. Okay, we'll just let it drain in. Okay. I imagine this is probably one of the most edifying moments of your life right now. Alright. Wait. Okay, just let it all drain out. Okay, I guess that's good enough. Okay. Take out the filter, put this cap back in to lock this entire piece back into place. And our oil change is basically done. There's only one last thing we have to do, and I'm going to show you that in 1 second. Okay, now the last thing we have to do is to reset our oil life monitor. As you can see, it says 0%. To reset it, the first thing we do is we come over here to these 2 buttons. There's sort of an I and an enter button. Put your fingers over both and hold both of them in. Okay, hold them for about 5 seconds. Let go. Oil life reset. Now, come over here to the enter button. Hit it once. And there we go. Reset. Job well done. The only thing left is to take your container full of used oil to Jiffy Lube or wherever. Give it to them. They'll dump it in a big tank in the back and recycle it. Thank you for your time. Okay, one last thing. So I'm here recycling my oil. There's actually a place near my house where you can do it. Local government provides it. And I just want to show you what the oil looks like. I remember what the new oil looked like. It looked like ginger ale. Watch this. It's black, it's thick, but note that it is still smooth and free-flowing. You know, there are no globs of stuff in it. It's not solid. It's not scabby or anything. It's liquid, right? Maybe that'll make it clearer. So I mean, what made me make my first video about doing oil changes was this other video I'd seen online that some so-called expert had produced, in which she showed oil that came out of a car where they, had changed they changed the oil at some interval that was greater than 3,000 miles, 3 months, and it was all gunky and solid and gross, and the guy was using this really messed up motor oil to, as an excuse, to tell people why they should change their oil every 3 months at 3,000 miles. And I knew just from changing my own oil less often than that in fact it wasn't an issue and the guy was full of BS. And it turned out the guy actually did work for some type of company that did oil changes or something, or sold oil, so it was pretty clear where his incentive was. Anyway, that's it.